Emma Watson said, "I feel like young girls are told that they have to be a princess and fragile. It's bullshit. I identify much more with being a warrior, a fighter. If I was going to be a princess, I'd be a warrior princess." Now, Emma Watson was saying this in regard to feminism. However, I believe that this quote applies to everyone. It applies to all of us because we are all the warriors of our own battle. I'm here to talk about one warrior princess in particular. Her name is Grace. Grace is a beautiful 10-year-old girl who loves to play outside, jump on the trampoline, swim, bake, and play with friends. Grace does fight a battle too, and many people share her battle. This is Grace, and here's just a few more. So, Grace's battle is the fact that she is severely autistic as well as nonverbal, meaning she can't speak. Grace does have a way to communicate, however. With a little bit of wrist support, Grace is able to type on an iPad. Let me back up a little bit and I'll explain how Grace and I met. So for the past 3 years, I've been volunteering at the Toledo Friendship Circle. The Friendship Circle is an organization that buddies up a special needs kid or teen and a volunteer. 2 years ago, a new girl showed up, and this new girl is Grace. We became buddies, and over time, we have formed a real friendship, a real connection. So since Grace can't speak, we actually had our first conversation via email. We were like good old-fashioned pen pals. So I'm going to show some of our conversations, some emails that she has sent to me. I'm going to be changing some of the grammar and pronouns just for understanding purposes. "Only kids like you like kids like me. Not everyone understands me. I'm happy Ella likes me. I'm sad that other kids judge me because of my autism. I want friends like all kids do. I try hard to make kids see that I am the same as them. I just do silly things because of my autism. You are a friend I trust. Love you, Grace." And another one. "Each day you try really hard to see me as typical. And you are awesome wanting every day to make me accepted." And one last one. "I really want to see you each day, trade friendship for sad, sad loneliness. Every day I really want to eat lunch with you. Every day I want to ask you questions about your day. I'm sad about having autism. I have friends and I want to talk to them, but I can't. I'm sad today because a friend asked me a question and I couldn't answer. I said nothing. I'm angry about awesome speech. You are happy, Ella, and Grace is happy as your friend. You acquired sad Grace's awesome heart." She has a lot to say, doesn't she? Now, whether it be at Friendship Circle, hanging out at Grace's house, playing at the park, or simply communicating via email, Grace has taught me a lifetime's worth. Grace has taught me that emotions and thoughts cannot always be expressed in words. Grace has taught me that time and love truly are the best gifts you can give. Grace has taught me how to define beauty in unorthodox ways. And finally, Grace has taught me to be open to new ways of doing things. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, this is a very sweet story, but what does it have to do with me? So we're going to try an activity. I'm going to ask some have you ever questions. And if your response is yes, just raise your hand. Please be honest. We'll start with an easy one. Have you ever smiled to a stranger? Have you ever donated money, clothing, time, etc.? Have you ever stared at someone for an extra second because maybe they looked or acted a little bit differently? Have you ever used the word retarded in a derogatory way? Have you ever judged someone before getting to know them? I didn't quite realize the impact that other people have on Grace until the day we went to Sky Zone. Now, Grace wasn't smiling and jumping like all the other kids, and I didn't really understand why. So the two of us went to a quieter corner. I pulled out her iPad. I asked her what was going on, and she typed and told me that she could see the other people staring at her. She told me that she could hear the, as Grace says, typical kids whispering. This broke my heart. I didn't know what to say to that. I didn't quite realize until that moment that we all have an impact on one another. Each one of us, autistic or not, we fight this battle. And this is the battle that is the interactions of other people. Now, French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre said, "We do not judge the people we love." So I say let's all try and love a little bit more, and maybe in doing so, judge a little bit less. Thank you.